Hey there, just woke up? Don't worry, Papa Matt is here to keep you from falling back asleep. Grab some coffee, grab your waifu pillow, grab some spaghetti. We got something nice and easy for you. How's about them Pokemon? The first starter Pokemon was pretty neat. By that I mean they're different from each other. You got a turtle, a lizard, and a dinosaur. Charizard's trying to be a cool boy, looking like a dragon and shit. Blastoise is a beefy boy, and the cannons are trying to look cool too. The Venusaur looks pretty angry. Not sure if the plant makes it bulkier either. Really, Venusaur isn't trying to be cool. He's pretty good in the game, since most people who can beat you just use one type. You usually just use 2 Pokemon from your team that are good against whatever that is. There aren't a lot of Pokemon in the first game either. There aren't a lot of Pokemon in that game that can use grass moves anyway, so having a grass type Pokemon is pretty handy. The poison type helps. Venusaur can use its moves to bleed a big Pokemon out while they buy time. The poison type helps. Venusaur can use its moves to bleed a big Pokemon out while you buy time with the rest of your team. Like if you're stuck on someone's ace in the hole, like Giovanni. What an asshole. Venusaur's tanky too, so you can probably get whatever you need him to do off. Blastoise is tanky too, but he has only water and normal type moves, so you gotta use TMs on him. There are also a lot of water types, but if you like him, that's your thing. I can appreciate that. Charizard has a big weakness to rock types. You also can't really deal with them unless you give him Earthquake or hang on to Metal Claw, but you could just switch out for something like Starmie. You can learn Fly, which is handy. Blastoise can Surf. The fun thing about the games is you can really use whatever you want if you feel like grinding. But if battling random stuff to level up isn't fun for you, you might just want to play a different game. Unless you're there for the story, it's not bulletproof material, but it does the game a good enough service. I guess it's a game meant for kids, and that's why the characters are kids. But everyone in the game always acts so amazed you're a kid doing all the crazy stuff, and it never really sounds like it's just the normal reaction you'd expect from something like that. Like when you beat Giovanni at his hideout and he says, "I see that you raise Pokemon with utmost care. A child like you would never understand what I hope to achieve. I shall step aside this time. I hope we meet again." Like the game is trying to say something for and against children doing the kinds of things you do in the game. I just figured it was something neat to think about. But yeah, it's kind of weird, the whole starter Pokemon thing. You always get one and they're rare, so you don't get any more by just playing. It's a pretty nice take on how the protagonist gets some kind of special power in their games, like in most RPGs. It's justified because you're working for a big fantasy scientist man person. It's also a pretty solid start to how much you can customize your Pokemon team compared to other RPGs. And by that I mean Pokemon giving you more options. Kinda like if you had Fire Emblem with like 14 or 15 classes. But yeah, that's kind of all I got for now. Have a good morning.